Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Thought Leadership Thursday. I am Mafo Adeniji, a baker influencer. In this segment, we sit down with thought leaders in the baking industry to discuss leadership, baking trends, and also a lot more. Today, we're joined by Chef Eleonora Lahoud of the ASR Group. Chef Eleonora started her baking career and her culinary education in her native El Salvador, earning a degree in food engineering. She's also a certified baker with the American Institute of Baking. Chef Eleonora has experience with several global leading food companies in research and development, and also in consumer management and technical sales, and also in catering. Welcome, Chef Eleonora. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you, Mafo, for the invitation. We're excited to talk to you today.
You're welcome. And I believe our guests and audience are really excited to know more about you and learn from your wealth of knowledge. So please, can you tell us who you are, what you do for your company, and what does your company do too?
Sure. Thank you, Mafo, for the opportunity. I am the Senior Research Chef for ASR Group. ASR Group, we are the largest cane sugar refiners and marketers in the world. And we have over 150 years in experience in cane sugar. You will recognize some of our brands as Domino, CNH, and Florida Crystals. As I mentioned before, I am a senior research chef, and I'm based in our innovation center in Boca Raton, Florida. Beautiful place here. We have a big innovation center where I have a test kitchen. I also share my space with some food scientists, packaging engineers, and a whole team of professionals that work daily to make our products the best, excellent, as people are used to. We are committed as ASR Mafo for our variety, excellence in the products that come to your bakery. At the end of the day, I always joke around here that my job is the most important because we all work very hard to provide these excellent products. But at the end of the day, it's really what the chef thinks and what they create with our beautiful sugars.
Oh, thank you so much for that. Well done. It's great work you're doing. So what are you a thought leader in, and what would you like to be known for as Chef Eleonora?
Thank you. Sugar, of course, right? My experience is in sugar. I come from a family of bakers, over 100 years of legacy in my country, El Salvador, from bakers. So I grew up around bakeries, smelling that delicious daily bread being baked at our bakeries. I wanted to know more about it. And as you mentioned, my career in food science and in baking science and technology. To me, the curiosity of what each ingredient, and how we all know bakers that baking, it's a science, right? You cannot not add a little bit of this or a little bit of that to a formula. We are very precise. This is a science. So now I have the opportunity to, with ASR Group, to focus on sugar. Some people may say sugar is sugar. We as bakers know that that's not true. We have a big array of products in our portfolio, from the white granulated sugar, that it's the most common, let's say, to our light and brown sugars. We have baker's sugar, which is a finer grain. We have turbinado sugars, which are it's a bigger, coarse grain. So we have all these arrays of sugars in our portfolio. This just to mention a few so I don't bore you. And each sugar individually, we use it because it provides a specific functionality to the baked good that we want to create. So that's what I want to be known for. Sugar what it does to your products in applications, and why use a particular type of sugar in each particular formulation that you're using to get the best results in your baking.
Wow. I personally know how essential sugar is in the baking industry because I also bake, and then knowing how valuable it is and what you do, this is also encouraging to know that you're taking out your time to ensure that the ingredients being used is formulated properly and it's worthy of being known for. Thank you so much. So what inspires you as a baker? What's your inspiration?
My inspiration, I try to find inspiration in different places on Mafo. I get inspired when I contribute and collaborate with other bakers and other chefs. That brings great inspiration to me. I find that I connect when I collaborate with chefs in a level that's special. We as bakers, whoever is in this industry, absolutely love what they do. They're very, very long hours. We wake up very early. We have problems with many, many different challenges that we daily. It's a different, every day it's different in a bakery. So we face these challenges, but we do it because we love it and we connect. And there's a part of that generosity of offering what you did with your hands that I love connecting with other chefs and other bakers. I also grab inspiration from traveling. I do like to travel if I have the opportunity abroad, which is a great opportunity, but even within the United States. Last week, I was in Birmingham, Alabama. I've never been to Alabama before. And I had a coconut pecan cake. They are known, there's a little place known for that. And I made a point of going to that specific place to buy that specific cake. And it inspires me when I see what people are making with their ingredients around pecans, for example, for them in particular. I also love reading books. I have a big collection of cooking books. I grab a lot of inspiration from that. And I think what inspires me the most is ingredients. When I come across with new ingredients, part of my job, Mafo, here at the company, it's we invest a lot of money in development of new products and new technologies. So many ingredients come to my hand, to my kitchen, so I can test them, right? And say, well, this is good, this is not. And that gives me great inspiration. There's some ingredients that come to my hand and to my kitchen that I go home and I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do. So it comes from all over, and I'm sure bakers around will agree that it sparks that inspiration. Ingredients, it's a great source of inspiration for me.
Oh, thank you. So Chef Eleonora, what trends are you seeing in the baking industry currently?
I see, Mafo, and this is something that maybe we can talk a little bit because I want to know what you see. But what I see, it's that the trend of plant-based, it's continuing. Also, the gluten-free, the use of different flours like almond flour, oat flour, that's growing very much. I also see some trends on natural ingredients. For example, I've used here in my kitchen and it's working very well. And I see it as a trend for buttercreams, coloring the buttercream and flavoring it with freeze-dried fruits. What I do is I process strawberries or raspberries that are freeze-dried. So you get that powder, very concentrated color and flavor. So you don't have to use any artificial. I see that a lot. Here in the United States in particular, Mafo, I'm seeing a lot of brown sugar, very popular ingredient right now. We see it in beverages a lot. Some of the the coffee companies are using a lot of brown sugar, and I see that as a trend as well. Coming back, bigger cakes for the pandemic. People, they were not getting together. There was not, almost eliminated the cake industry because no one's getting together for celebrations. So I see that coming back, people getting together. getting more bigger cakes to celebrate. What are some of the trends that you see?
Okay. Some of them are actually similar with yours. But for us here, I think some of the trends in sugar, people looking for alternatives because people don't want to necessarily have to use all the sugar, so they want to use less sugar sweeteners. So we have people seeking alternatives to these to sugar sometimes, and then with a variety options too. So we're trying to see how you can get sugar from other sources.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah. So
We understand that, we see it as a trend as well, and we see ourselves, our company Mafo, see ourselves as a sweetening, providing sweetening um, solutions to our customers and our consumers. We make a big investment on that, and we do are starting to offer a product called tagatose, which is a rare sugar, addressing that particular concern of consumers. That is just a fourth of calories from regular sugar, and its functionality is pretty much the same in the bulking properties, browning properties. But yes, we see that as well, and we try to work with our consumers and customers to address those needs.
yeah, just to add to that, I think most times knowing what the customers want and also paying attention to the trends and requests is also very helpful in guiding you to make the right product so you have the right people buying them too. Okay, so Chef Laura, how do you take inspiration from other cultures' cuisines? I know you're well traveled, see lots of travel, lots of experience people's culture, and so how do you convert them to from what you have to serving others? How do you do that in your industry?
Well, as I said, I really like to travel, and it doesn't have to be outside the United States. But when I have that opportunity, I try everything. I love going into bakeries and speaking to the owners or to the bakers. What are you doing? Why do you do it? How long have you been doing that? So I try those, and I try to bring that to my kitchen. Sometimes the sourcing the ingredients may be a little bit difficult. So that's where you start to develop some alternatives of the ingredients. But it's another trend that I see. It's globally inspired desserts, right? So when you travel and I get inspiration from somewhere, say an alfajor from Argentina or some conchas from Mexico. Dulce de leche, it's very trendy as well now, right? You try to replicate those flavors that you taste, that you see outside, using the ingredients that you have in your pantry. As bakers, we don't want a lot of ingredients that we use a little bit. We want to have our materials that are in our bakery and that we can use them in several ways, and that we can produce different products from one same ingredient, because having a lot of ingredients in the bakery it's not cost effective. So I try to do that, with some of our ingredients, create different things.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's nice. I'm sure you have a whole lot of variety from your experience. Yeah, so Chef Eleanor, how do you influence your customers and colleagues through your expertise?
We have a very, very good relationship with our customers, and I believe with our colleagues. As I said, I try to share the knowledge that we have with sugar with our colleagues, right? So recently I had a collaboration with a small artisanal, I can call it, ice cream shop in Miami. But it was a great experience. They know our products, but they're eager to hear more about how can they be used. We try to learn more of our products, how the functionality, right? You have to remember, and we all know as bakers, but that sugar's not, we don't use it just because it's sweet. We would use sugar even if it wasn't sweet, because of all the properties and functionality that brings to specifically, if we're talking to baking, it provides volume, great textures to your baked goods. It provides color in your crust. It gives you shelf life, which is big, right? The more sugar you use in a formulation, the less stale your products will become. In a cookie, if you don't want that cookie to just be crunchy, but you want some softness to that cookie, you add some of our brown sugar. So I try to influence or share our knowledge with our customers of how can they make their products better, although most of the time our customers have fantastic ingredients. But if they're formulating for new products, we try to be that guidance for them. You can use this product, you can use that product. We have a website, Ma, for that. It's let's see, thebakingexperts.com. That is a website that people can go in, and we share there a lot of information about trends and some videos, and there's a relationship with chefs. It's a great little thing that we provide for people to check out. We also have our websites for domino.com, cnhsugar.com for crystals. But the Baking Experts, it's a good one. It's new, where we share how chefs are doing things right now. So it's very dynamic, and I invite people to visit that one too.
Okay, I'll be sure to add that. bakingexperts.com.
Thebakingexperts.com.
Okay, so people can check that out.
They should. They're going to really love it.
Okay, thank you for that. So finally, want to really know, have you give us some advice for bakery companies or baking industry professionals? We have a lot of us listening to you, and it's a pleasure to have you with us today. So what's your advice for bakery companies or baking industry professionals?
I think an advice that I can give, if you'll allow me, it's for baking professionals and bakeries to keep open the communication with their consumers. That's very, very important. I see the consumer changing faster, their needs faster than it used to be. So have a communication with them. Ask them what they need, what diets are they into. So like, as I said before, a plant-based, gluten-free, what are their needs, and provide products that will satisfy their diets or their needs. You mentioned some sugar reduction there. I think that's possible. Some formulation can be done to reduce sugars. And as I said, we do have solutions as well for sugar reduction. Offer limited time offer products, right? That's always a good thing to keep people engaged in what you have next. So during summertime, find something that is berries or s'mores. That's very popular flavor right now. To keep things new and people don't get bored. Use seasonal ingredients. That's a good advice that I can give. And if you're in a place that you can partner with farms or local vendors of fruits and ingredients, that is also a good advice. And announce it, right? How you are you're partnering with your community. I think consumers embrace that, knowing that you're preparing something and you're collaborating with your community, and in ways making your product more sustainable because you're working with people around you. And also make sure that your vendors, they're reliable. Now with supply chain problems that we have, make sure that you have reliable vendors that you will order your ingredients for them, and they will come to you day after day, and be reliable that their product, it's going to be there so you can make every day.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for this, and thank you for your advice too. I personally have picked a lot, and also I'm willing to learn and also see how I can implement this, especially where you talked about paying attention to what customers want and also what their needs are. So if it's in season, you use what you have available and try to explore what you have within your environment and what customers actually requiring requesting for. So thank you so much for your advice. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for joining us today. It's a great pleasure to have you because Chef Eleonora. Thank you so much. Please be sure to check the link below to check out the ASR group. And also don't forget to check out the Baking Experts group. The link will also be attached to this video so you can check that out. And please also check out the Baker Academy, where we have technical baking resources for every baker. Thank you so much and have a lovely Thursday. Happy baking. Bye.